Texas. Come on back.
Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome. Come on in, you beautiful people. Welcome. And I want y'all to kind of get into the mood. Do y'all hear that? Do you hear that song? Lisa Illman, I love you. Right now. So we're starting with a little James Taylor. We're talking about You've Got a Friend. Each of you are my friends. And today we want to take a breath. Lisa, Miss Charlotte, Danielle, Jenna, welcome to the house. The Cajun Love House. Happy Lundy Graw, Rita from Baton Rouge. Amy Hackett Jones, the Suffolk, England. Atlas Cat Blue, announce yourself, Atlas Cat Blue. I think you're brand new. Long time, my baby. Yes, here we are on the eve of Mardi Gras, baby. So as you can see, I gotta have my little love beads, my little Mardi Gras beads. Yeah, so let me shut up. Can you hear that all right? All you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Oh, yes, I will. I got you, babe, and you got me. We are all in this together, so let's feel the love. Can we feel the love, baby? It's about love. So if you don't want to be happy tonight, and you don't want to be excited and just in love with the people, the love that's in this room right now, look at those hearts coming up. Slide left to right, baby. If you got iOS device, go up and down, baby. Up and down if you got Android. Yes! Yes, you don't need a reason to be happy. It's kind of like a little puppy dog, you know. You come in from a bad day of work and the puppy dog don't care. He just licks all over you. He don't care. So yeah, let's feel that love. This party time, because we're going to have something serious. There's a reason I'm playing that song. Daniel's in the house. Lisa Illman, CondoCritter.com, baby, is in the house, baby. Oh my goodness, Rosa Julian just popped in the house. She's representing Colorado. I wonder if she's a happy Denver Broncos Colorado fan right now. GM Styles, hey GM Styles, I think you're new, so if you're new, put up some hearts and tell us who you are and where you're from. Ale, I think you're new. I haven't recognized that. So, people can be so cold. Did you hear that? They'll hurt you. They'll desert you. And they'll break your soul if you let them. Oh, don't you let them. Listen to James Taylor. Don't you let them. So what you do is you call out for a friend. And so I'm going to go ahead and lower my music now, and I'm going to get on to my message because my loving peeps are coming on in. Go ahead and share some more. Let's rock it on up to 20, 30, 40, 50 people. Hey, excellent. So happy Mardi Gras, everybody. And so let me go turn down my music, and we will get started with the message. And I'll be there. Oh, yes, I will. Hey, you've got a friend, baby. Hang tight for me, Big Daddy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You might have seen the title, girls and boys. The title, The Art of Developing a Positive Attitude. So y'all just knew that I couldn't stay away from scoping on attitude because it's a very important night. So what I want you to do is I want you to just take a breath and enjoy being alive and enjoy looking at each other's handle and sharing with each other. Follow each other. Love each other. Learn from each other. Collaborate with each other. The truth is, this is not my scope. This is for you. You're my peeps and I'm your peeps. So that's what this is about. Is I'm giving you some secrets, some deep secrets, because you see all of these white hairs, every one of those white hairs represent failure. And guess what? I've overcome those failures, but I still am going to continue to fail. I fall flat on my nose almost every day trying new shit that doesn't work. Okay? So I want you to be with me today. I want you to be in love with the message. And I want you to be in love with you. So we're going to talk about that. How to fall in love. Hey, good afternoon, Nettie Queen. How can I fall in love with me? I'm talking about you loving you. I'm not talking about anything material. I'm not talking about your physical appearance. I'm not talking about narcissism where you spend forever in front of the mirror. What I'm talking about is falling in love with your authentic self. Now here we are, we're in February, and quite frankly, as you know, my name is Marvin LeBlanc, I'm an author, and I've been doing a heck of a lot of coaching lately. And quite frankly, we're in February, and we've already pretty much, it's more than just 1 month of the year gone. If you really think about it, with all the holidays and all, you probably need to look at your goals and realize you don't have but about 10 months left in 2016 to succeed. So we got to make the right choices, y'all. And the right choices start with your personal daily choices in you developing your positive mental attitude. Now, I said daily. That means that, oh, well, Marvin's always positive. Not true. Marvin constantly is working on his daily positive mental attitude. It's no different than food, okay? You can't eat today, Lundy Gras, the day before Fat Tuesday. I'm going to eat today, and then maybe in March I'm going to eat again. No, it doesn't work that way. In the same way that you have to eat nourishing foods, I know a little bit about that. I own a distributorship in a superfoods company. So I understand the choices of eating the right superfoods to maximize your physical and mental capacities. And so too, you must realize that every day you have to choose to eat the right mental food. And the reason is this, guys, what I've learned, I was wrong about this, and I want you to think about this, and I want to see your responses at the bottom on how you feel. Because when you're on Periscope, a lot of people don't understand that Periscope has to do with going off on tangents and feeding the audience, okay? It's not just about my notes. It's also about what you're feeling right now. Where are you at in your attitude? Did you work today? Are you at home today? Are you sick today? Are you feeling love today? I want to know how you feel. So when we talk about the art of the positive mental attitude, I'm going to share with you what is my keys that I use. These are my inward secrets that I use to maintain a consistent positive mental attitude. Now, you guys can go out and investigate me privately if you want and ask anybody who's known me since at least, even before 1978. What kind of guy is Marvin when he's not on a Periscope? And you can report back to the public on what you found. And what you're probably going to find if they know me is, man, that dude is intense. That dude has always been goal-driven. Okay, so think about what I'm saying to you. I'm really don't want to preach to you. What I'm wanting to do is share with you ideas that you can choose. Power is in the choosing, that you can choose these ideas and these mental nuggets go into your brain and allows you and your subconscious mind to manifest itself on positive material. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's start with number one. Write this down because I'm going to tell a quick story. Number one, how am I developing a green check mark mindset? So write that down, if you will, on this quick scope and this quick, I should have wrote down learn scope. So this is a learn scope. How can I develop a green check mindset? Hello, Maria. Welcome to the broadcast. Tonight we're talking about the art of developing a positive attitude. Now, what is green check mark mindset? Here's a story, and if you're a broadcaster or you're trying to sell to a business owner or you're trying to sell to an individual, realize that the key to selling is to relating a story that is meaningful, okay? So here's my quick story, and y'all can even time me how fast you can tell a memorable story without going into a 30-minute dissertation. In 4th grade, my girlfriend was Maureen Marchand. And Maureen Marchand in the 4th grade was pretty much, as I recall, the best speller in 4th grade. And as I recall, I was pretty much the best male speller in 4th grade. So we had a spelling bee, and it was always, for whatever reason, 100 words. Beats the hell out of me, I don't know. It was 100 words. And so on that day, just as in the regular fashion, Maureen Marchand, she wins the spelling bee because she had 100 out of 100 words spelled right. And I was pretty excited because I think I was the number one boy that day. And I had 98. Wow, 98 out of 100 right. I was feeling pretty swagged about myself. But here's what happened that day that changed my life. Hey, I was a good speller until I learned another language. I haven't even learned how to speak English yet, Maria. So just imagine, I'm just a small town Cajun boy, and some people actually, even on this scope, actually think I have a heavy accent. Shh, we won't tell them. There's no way. So I get 98 right, but the teacher, the only thing I could see is she went to the 2 words I got wrong, and she put 2 big-ass red X's. Whap, whap. She red X'd me for those 2 words. Ow, wow, Jan Mac, excellent. Acadien, Cajun. That's where Cajun comes from. Acadien, Acadien, Cajun. That's how it ended up getting shortened. So all I saw, y'all, on my 100 words was 2 red X's. Now, I understand she had a lot of other papers to grade, but here's the deal. I should be talking to you right now and telling you that I received 98 green check marks because I got 98 of them right. But that's not what I saw. The only thing I saw were those 2 red X's. And now I'm 53 years old and I'm still pissed off. Yeah, those 2 red X's. Man, I should have got my 98 green check marks. And so what does this have to do with you developing a daily great mental attitude? It has everything to do with it. Because why I told you that story is you can remember that spelling bee and how disappointed I was with those 2 red X's and how I got 98 green check marks right. Nobody told me nothing. Not one thing about my correctly spelled words. And so you have to guard the gateway of your mind by choosing the right green check marks every day. By green check marks, I mean making the right decisions, driving the speed limit, disciplining your children, disciplining yourself, giving your employer an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. Don't jack him around on Facebook and instant message all freaking day. Okay, the guy or gal or corporation gave you a job, okay? You're the same person that would bitch if you got fired. That's not what it's about. Okay, do your best, but also track your green check marks. Track what you're doing well every day. Don't go to bed and just think of all the things you didn't get done. Think of the things that you did do well, and also love yourself. Love yourself. Okay? Now, let me go to number 2. The first lesson tonight is green check mark mindset. Like the Panthers losing the Super Bowl and forgetting that they came second in the world. Yes, they still had an unbelievable successful experience. Now, it's going to sting. It's going to hurt bad. But the majority of those people probably will have an opportunity to return back to that Super Bowl. So thank you so much. Hey, everybody follow Rita Esther Rocks. I mean, after all, she's a giver that just scribed at the bottom. Point number 1 tonight is develop your green checkmark mindset. Before you go to bed tonight, please just remember to ask yourself, what went well today? What did I learn today? How am I better today? That's what we want to do. Number 2, on how to develop a better, more positive mental attitude is you got to say no a lot more. You got to say no a lot more. You can't say yes to something that's really not meaningful in your life. You can't keep saying yes to satisfy everybody else, and privately, you're not satisfying yourself. Okay? If you're asked to sit down and watch a movie and you knew good and well that you would rather be in a hot bathtub somewhere, in a jacuzzi, then you should just be polite and say no. You got to say no a lot more. Now, well, wait a minute, Marvin, if I'm trying to be positive, why should I say no a lot more? Here's the secret. The reason I have to say no a lot more is because I've taken the time to think about what's most important to me. And so I have to say no a lot more so I can say yes to the things that really matter. Did y'all catch that? Thanks so much for that stream of hearts. I really am grateful and humble for your stream of hearts tonight. And for those of you that have come into the broadcast late, please swipe left or right and share this message, because I've got one more point to share this important message on how to develop a positive mental attitude. There's thousands of books written on it, but I constantly see people struggling with their attitude. Thank you, Caesar. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jan. And always, Piano Dan, Daniel 87 Roberts. Oh my God. He's forgotten more about pianos than I would ever learn in a lifetime. Jeff, I think you're new. And say hello to us, Jeff, and tell us how do you actually work to develop your own positive mental attitude. So number 1 was develop a green check mark mindset. Number 2 is saying no a lot more. Saying no to tasks and duties. And also saying no to the energy vampires. Now look, you don't have to be in an argument. You can actually love the energy vampire when you politely tell them no. Okay? Because you're saying no, you can still say no to the energy vampires and come from them from a perspective of love. Okay? So I want you to think that through. So many times people think, well, I can't be disagreeable because then it's going to end up in an argument. It does not have to end up in an argument if you come from a point of view of love. So again, I'm going to repeat, and when you're a Periscope broadcasters, continue to repeat because people are writing down, people are getting distracted from people walking in and out. So slow down. I'd suggest you to do less material better than throw in. I seen a lady get all upset one time on a broadcast, all because she had 10 minutes and she wanted to make 14 points. Well, my goodness, man, you can't make 14 points in 10 minutes and still succeed with clarity. So number one, what can I do to remind myself every day to have a green check mark mindset? Number two, I'm going to love myself enough that I'm going to say no a lot more. And I'm going to say no politely and with love. And also, the second part of number two is say no to the energy vampires. And there are energy vampires. The easiest way for you to find out, this is a bonus, I wasn't going to tell you this, who's an energy vampire in your life and who's not, is if you write down, let's say there's 20 important people in your life, and you write down these 20 people have to be listed in a category of givers, they're giving people, or they're in another category called takers. And if you write down these 20 names right after we get off this broadcast, I can promise you that the energy vampires are coming from the list of takers. I can promise you when your attitude is sucking hind tit and you're feeling terrible, it's because you are way too involved with listening and having to be physically around takers in your life. And so like right now, you already know, is Marvin a giver or a taker? All of these people, these regular followers of me, these VIPs that have come into the room tonight, have followed me and have been patient with my accent. They know my story of becoming homeless at 43, courtesy of Hurricane Katrina. Okay, so they're my peeps, and I got their back, and they got mine, and I know good and well a lot of them personally, and I know the challenges that they go through. So I would rather spend my time any day around givers than takers that are sucking the life juice right out of your body. And then number three, this is the last thing today. Number one was, what am I going to do? See, all this is right here is entertainment if you're not going to do anything. And so I come to you today with from the approach of love and the approach of service. But we need to do something with it. You know, there's a lot of things you can steal from me, but if you stole my spiral notebook, you might catch an ass whipping because, man, my notes are really important to me. So number three is daily affirmations. Daily affirmations. So number one was developing the green check mark mindset. Number two was setting boundaries and learning how to say no for the right reasons. And number three is daily affirmations. Now, some of you may or may not know that in the early 80s, I was a corporate training specialist for the Dale Carnegie courses. And that was for Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Beaumont, Texas, Lake Charles, Golden Triangle area down here in Louisiana. And daily affirmations was a huge part of my life. And daily affirmations is different than some pie-in-the-sky, Pollyanna-type phrases to chant. Daily affirmations, you can make them whatever you want. You can cheat. I'm asking you if you want to cheat. You can cheat. I'm going to give you 3 of my personal daily affirmations, and you can make your affirmations whatever you want. Mine, I like them to rhyme, and the reason is my brain is probably smaller than yours, and so whenever these things rhyme, I can remember them better. Okay, there it is. Let's keep it real, man. I was smart enough to finish LSU, but I don't know if Big Daddy Cajun Boy could have finished Tulane, but I sure would have given it a hell of a try. Y'all best believe it. And by the way, if you ever have a chance to come to New Orleans, we are so much more than Bourbon Street and great restaurants, world-class restaurants, world-class zoo, but also Tulane University is a great place to study. Loyola University is a great place. There's hundreds and hundreds of oak trees. It's so gorgeous. Loyola has a church right there. It's 100 years old, and man, it's an unbelievable place just to be. And tonight we want to just be. What we want to be is our best friend. So at the beginning, and if you came in late, hey, take a breath, relax. You in the Cajun Love House now. If you just come in here, you can go back and listen to my broadcast at catch.me/MarvinLeBlanc. So we began with James Taylor, You've Got a Friend. Now, here's the situation. I've told you all this to get to this next point. And the next point is serious business. It's about your affirmations, which is a fancy word that basically says, how do you talk to you? How do you talk to you? What we tell ourselves is more important than anything other than the air that we breathe. They're right up there next to each other. So here's an affirmation that I have. I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. That's a positive affirmation that is deeply seated into my subconscious mind. Okay? I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. Now you see a little bit more conviction in that. Maybe you see a little bit more intensity. Hey, Pete LeBlanc, welcome. Hey, Beth Hoover, welcome. Beth Hoover is an expert in exercise. So hear that affirmation. Beth, you got to go watch this replay, my baby. It's going to light you up. I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. Okay? Because psychologists have proved that the more you get your mouth and your hands and looking at yourself and you get involved, you emotionally get yourself involved in such a way that you yourself alone in your bathroom can help your own self increase your personal performance so that you're effective. Remember this, if you're trying to get a prospect, a customer, a co-worker, anybody who's working with you on a project fired up, you have to remember this. I have to be red hot to get you lukewarm. I have to be red hot to get you lukewarm. See, you got to stretch. It's kind of like a matchbook. When you stretch it, it pops back a little bit. But here's the key on that matchbox. When it pops back, it never goes back all the way. So you got to stretch. Okay? The people that you're around, you have to stretch. Your sons and daughters, you have to stretch. You yourself, you have to stretch. An athlete never considers going on the court or the field without first stretching to get prepared for the activity. So these affirmations allow you yourself to stretch. I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. Number 2, I sell excitement, and I'm excited about what I sell. Well, Marvin, I'm not in sales. Wrong. Are you married? Are you in a relationship? Do you have a son or daughter? You're selling. You are selling products or services in a career, and you're selling ideas every day. every day. We all are salespeople. Now, when I say salespeople, I'm meaning a giver. I'm not meaning a charlatan that's trying to peddle something and break your arm with ridiculous, stupid pressure. That's going out with the hoop skirt. Okay? I'm talking about real salesmanship, real question asking, real needs development. Okay? So, that is affirmation number 2. I sell excitement, and I'm excited about what I sell. And now I end with this. Hey, Sunny Fridge, please promise me you're going to go to the replay at catch.me/MarvinLeBlanc. It's a great scope. This is the most important affirmation, and it's okay. I love you anyhow if you're going to struggle with this affirmation a little bit. Because there's definitely people watching tonight that their lives will be transformed if they allow this affirmation to plant and get heavily seated inside their heart. And this affirmation is so simple. Here's the affirmation. Are you ready? You're in the mirror looking at yourself and you say, I love you. I love you. I love you. Are you hearing me? I'm not talking about who you're in a relationship with. I'm not talking about work. I'm not talking about your kids. I'm talking to you. Guys, gals, the reality is we can go days. And if we do not embrace our own affirmations with things like the 3 I love yous, many of us that are here tonight on this scope may be experiencing major pain right now. They haven't felt the love. They've busted their buns for other people, and maybe those people are ungrateful. So some days the only love you may get is the love you give to yourself. That is the 3 affirmations. I'll start this day in a positive way and give myself a better day. I sell excitement because I'm excited about what I sell. And then I love you. I love you. I love you. If it's awkward, it's because you haven't given yourself enough love lately. Those that are in your life, they may really love you. They just can't love you the way you need to be loved right now, today, in this moment. Are you feeling me? I see the hearts. Because I'm feeling you. And I want you to know, it doesn't matter that we may never physically meet. What does matter is that spiritually we are all connected. And that tonight you were meant to be on this scope in this space and time. So I want to tell you, reach out to me. Stay connected with me. I invite you to MarvinLeBlanc.com. I invite you to a free blog. I invite you to Google me to find out what I'm all about. I invite you to email me privately at MarvinLeBlancSpeaker@gmail.com. If somebody can throw that up and scribe it on the bottom, MarvinLeBlancSpeaker@gmail.com. None of my team members read that. I am the only person that opens that up. We are all here to make a difference. Okay? Don't get caught up in all the politics and all the crap that's on the television. I am asking you to get caught up in you. I am asking you to do a better job of loving yourself. But guys, when I say you have to do a better job, that means that you got to put in the work. Because the reality is this: the only time success is going to happen, the only time success happens is in the dictionary before work. Other than that, success never happens before work. You have to be willing to put in the time. And after all, I believe you are worth it. So love yourself. Have a fantastic night. Drop me an email. Drop me your own thoughts on how I can improve my broadcast. Drop me an email telling me what you'd like me to talk to you about at a later time, because that's why I'm here, because of you. Good night, everybody. I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I'm Marvin LeBlanc, and I always wish you great gumbo. Good night. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Rose. I put my glasses on so now I can see. Go back and check those catch.me's. Send them out to whoever needs. Thanks, Sonny Fridge. I'm so glad you had a chance to pop in. I don't think I know where you're from, and I always want to know that. Caesar's in the room. Thank you, Caesar. I hope I've made a difference. I actually was inspired to get on Scope because I haven't done some Scopes lately, and out of nowhere I got a call today, and somebody was just checking on me, and that right there is love. Mississippi, oh girl, you're a next door neighbor, baby, if you're right there in Mississippi. So good night, everybody. Have a great night, and for any of you Mardi Gras goers, be safe, enjoy yourself. I love you all. Happy Mardi Gras. Bye-bye.